Hi everybody! So, my name is Shauna, and as I think you know, I'm in Germany right now, so I'm sorry I'm not there at the retreat, but I will still be just sharing a little bit about my experience at the HyoJeong trip this summer, and the experiences I had. So, starting with witnessing, we had different witnessing experiences at PCC, and previous to this I had only witnessed at Montclair or NNGIT just a few times, but even then I felt like I wasn't really confident in witnessing because I didn't really have so much experience. But in LA we received guidance from Naoko-san, which was really inspiring. So one of the things that Naoko-san shared with us is like the internal heart behind witnessing, and how it's really 30% of witnessing is the principle, 30% is the action, and then 40% is the help that we receive from the spirit world. And also how when we listen to our guests, we're really listening with God's ears so that our guests can feel that God is listening to them. And through experiencing witnessing in LA at PCC, I felt really grateful because PCC is, I feel, a really historic place for witnessing in America, with Naoko-san and many of the CARP members who witnessed there and poured out a lot of investment before there could be breakthroughs, like how there are many breakthroughs now, and many of the first generation who are found on this campus are really involved in our community, in the church community. So I felt like I was able to inherit from the root of witnessing activity in America even. And I learned how witnessing, it's also not just about asking people the 8 questions, like the survey questions, but it's really about resonating with the heart and the spirit of the person and understanding who this person is and how God has guided this person in their life so far. And I think that's really powerful because that's what we're trying to do also with witnessing, is sharing God's love, or letting us be vessels for God's love to work through us. And we also had experiences fundraising, so I'll just share a little bit about these experiences because I had fundraised also for the first time this past year, and the first times I remember it's very, very hard because getting rejections is not easy, especially I think many times I was worried about what others are thinking of me, or if they're judging me right now. But I've learned from that time that it's really not about what they think, but it's more about what God thinks about me. And when I keep that in my mind and my heart, then I feel like the people I approach or interact with, they can feel that too, that difference in my own thinking. And I really wanted to, internally with fundraising, to be able to convey True Mother's heart and her spirit to each and every person that I see and interact with, to see that they're part of these 7.7 billion people that True Mother is crying for, and really wanting them to come back to God and God's love. And I felt in this way to have a motherly heart and care about each person, no matter how they reacted to me or their response. And I also never really understood before the importance of the external goal, but I realize now that it's really important because it's restoring money. It's not just getting the money, but really restoring it with God in heaven at the center. And so, and also the goal that we have externally and internally is so important because it's a promise to God, and really put the focus behind this goal that we have. And so I could feel that this was powerful because by accepting their donations, having accepting their donation and letting it be restored, and that a seed can be planted in this person, that they can understand how much God loves them, no matter what they did in their past or what kind of life they may be leading. And yeah, there were many other experiences fundraising, but I'll move on to the mobilizing that we did also. Well, in the LA Family Church, one of the services by Reverend Tangen, the sermon that he gave, I felt I could connect to it a lot, because he spoke about how it's important that we're not only doing the hokey pokey or being lukewarm, as in like not just putting in one foot and then taking it out again or being hesitant, but really putting both of our feet in what we're doing and making a commitment. So for me, I feel like that's committing to CARP, committing to my schoolwork, or anything else that I'm doing. It's really, that's the important part, is committing to it. And there's a song called Who You Say I Am, and I really love the song because it's saying like, I am chosen, not forsaken, I am who you say I am. So it spoke to my heart, saying that what matters is what God thinks. It's not, I don't have to worry about what anyone else thinks of me. And another thing that Reverend Tangen said is how when we talk to people, it's not just that we're talking to them, but we're trying to relate to them and to understand them. And I think I can use this whether I'm talking to my family or friends, or with witnessing guests. And so the first time I mobilized churches was last year, I believe in November, before the NASA Coliseum event, and that was my first time mobilizing. And I feel like the more and more that I go to these Christian churches, I can feel more connected with Christianity and this root it's really important, because it's the root of our own beliefs and our own faith. And even though Christianity was supposed to unite 50 years ago with true parents, it didn't. And so I think that by us mobilizing, it's really historically important in the work that we're doing. And so the HyoJeong trip, of course many other things happened, but I'll move on to the HyoJeong trip. And since in Las Vegas and Los Angeles, two brothers spoke about this fire that started in Los Angeles at the rally there at the City of Refuge, and how this fire started on the West Coast and how it needs to spread to the Midwest and the East. So places like New Jersey have the potential to be like LA and are just kindling and waiting really to be ignited. So through the HyoJeong CARP trip this summer, we were focusing on becoming leaders and being able to serve the community, to prepare for it, to receive True Mother, and being this fire that we can be ourselves. So it felt like we were almost literally taking True Mother's words by really learning and understanding in LA, and then moving to the Midwest of Chicago, and then to the East in the DMV area. And yeah, like they're all monuments that show the sacrifice of people who thought of others before themselves, and the world even before America. And that's why God can't leave this nation, because of the sacrifices that so many people have done on his behalf. And I felt really grateful to pay respects and to see the memorials of these amazing leaders in the history of America too. So since last year starting college and being active in CARP, there were many challenges that I faced and many questions I asked God, such as what God really needs me to do and really invest into, because I felt I was doing many things that I was kind of spread out, and I wasn't able to invest my heart completely, which I really want to be able to invest my heart completely and just do enough so that I will be able to do this and really have integrity in what I do. And could feel stronger with God, and that my spirit felt cleaner after these experiences. And how I was wondering also, like, what's the most important thing in life? And I think it's our relationship with God, and that living with God each and every day. So I really feel that in college, even though it is challenging, that I am not a victim, but I need to be proactive and stand for God and stand for CARP and have that courage, because it's not easy when no one else is standing for these things that we want to stand for. So I've decided I'd invest completely, become an owner of CARP, and of my schoolwork, and really invest in these things with my full heart and centered on God, of course. And since also with True Mother's speech saying how there's this flame that was ignited and spreading across America, and I wondered, I also asked God, where is this flame, or where is it? I don't know where it is, but God said it's ready in you. It's ready right here in your heart. And so I feel that message is to really, this fire is already in me. I just have to be able to ignite it in myself and be united with God. And so thank you for listening to just some of the things I wanted to share about from the experiences in the HyoJeong trip and fundraising and witnessing. I'm really grateful that you took the time to listen to what I had to say. I'm sorry I can't be there in person again, but I'm looking forward to hearing all about the retreat and seeing pictures when I come back. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and the summer, and hopefully see you soon. Okay. Bye.